Good evening. It is Tuesday night. It is the Amigos Racing Team Tuesday Sprints Series 5 Round 2, and we are coming live from the Circuit de la Sarthe, Le Mans, France. One of the greatest racing venues on the face of the earth. And we have got some tremendous action ahead of us over the next hour or so. Qualifiers are just underway, and we're going to go on board with ART Elite Digits on their outlap just to introduce us to one of the finest motor venues on the planet. So, heading down the incredibly long Molson Straight, heading to the first of the two chicanes. Now, back in the day, of course, this is public road, and back in the day, they would not have these chicanes. They were a addition to reduce speeds. Ooh, I think in the early 90s, but I could be wrong on that. Apologies there. After the first chicane, continuing down public road. So we see this dotted line here on the right, and obviously the far left side as well. That's not really good quality tarmac. That is, at least in the full metal real world, that's the second chicane. That is where trucks park up. You know, that's a hard shoulder. Now we've seen some wild overtakes. Ant Davidson's particularly famous overtake, 4 lines over into the dirty stuff at the side of the track. Fantastic action, really brave, but not necessarily advisable. We're going to stay on board with Elite Digits for the outlap just to work through the circuit, and then we'll check in with the rest of the story of qualifying. 15-minute qualifying here. This is Molson Corner, or Virage de Molson, if you are being a bit more correct with the French. That was called the Gulf. So just a little kink coming up. There it is. And then we're heading into Arnage. Well, the S is the Arnage. Sorry, Indianapolis. My apologies. Indianapolis, this left-hander. Again, why is it called Indianapolis? It's because of the banking on that particular left corner. And now, Arnage. 90-degree right-hander. And now we're headed to a couple of really interesting corners. So we're coming up to the Porsche Curves. So we've got the Porsche Curves, Virage de Point, S's de Karting, all in pretty short order. So this is Porsche Curves. And this is a very dangerous part of racetrack. We've seen many races come unstuck through the Porsche Curves. Well handled, well navigated, and then heavy on the brakes. You're going to see a lot of drivers using these outside runoff areas quite extensively, especially out of there. And then we have gone through Maison Blanc to the Ford chicane, and that is a lap of Le Mans. Now we picked it up a little bit late, so come across start finish. Zinneprins, the series leader. We'll get to the standings in just a moment. We're heading up the hill towards the Dunlop chicane. And it's a blind crest over this hill. This is, of course, the incident over to the left there where Alan McNish had his famously huge accident. To the right hand side, just prior there, you'd have gone on to the Bugatti circuit used by MotoGP. And now, world famous Tête Rouge, and that takes you on to the Molson straight away. Let's just see who we've got racing today. We've got Zinneprins. Well, I mean, he was dominant last week. Zinneprins. We've got ART Elite Digits Golf livery, so look out for that with the Peugeot. Lango 666, another red, white, and blue offering. NRT Bobby. again, I think his car should be emblazoned in Pepsi logos. Willie D 321 has ART Langster all over the back of them. Now these two battled really hard all throughout Series 4. Behind them, ART Mohammed. There we go. So black with a bit of yellow trim, representing Amigos. That's ART Mohammed. ART Terminator L Lassie. The artist formerly known as Lassie One Star. White with green trim. He'll be one to watch in this race. Again, did an amazing job in Tier 2. Stepped up for this season. Seth F1. In the all red. ART Rabid. Big shout, Daisy the Cow. That black with the luminous green trim. DJ Lawrence 89 in that lovely Subway livery. Again, very, very fast driver. Anybody who's raced him in T2 knows how quick he is. Oscar X0 in black with faint orange trim. And Beaver Boy. Beaver Boy with a red and black livery, making it very clear who it is driving that. It is in fact Beaver Boy. So let's check in race leader. Oh, sorry. The series leader so far, Zinaprinz, comes round Indianapolis, headed towards Arnage Corner. So this is the second round of the Amigos Racing Team Series 5, Tier 1. Same schedule we will see in Tier 2 as well. So round 1 last time out, Fuji Short. That was dominated by Zinaprinz. More on that later. Today we're at Lassar. Next time we're at Interlagos in Brazil. Round 4 takes us to Suzuka in Japan. Alsace, round 5. To the mountain, Bathurst, Mount Panorama in Australia. Round 6. And then finally to Monza, round 7. No chicane. I'm fascinated to see how that will work out. Now, the rules of these races: we do not have tyre wear, we do not have fuel depletion. It is all about driver skill and speed. Racecraft. Well, most of racecraft anyway, of course. Managing your tyres, that's a big part of racecraft. As Zinaprinz comes over the line, a 3:53.892. Oh my goodness, that is quick. What is Elite Digits going to put in? 4:01. We've got a 3:57. 3:54 from Willie D 321. That is good stuff. Etty Langster as well sets a 3:54. Oh, the Terminator himself. 3:56.483. Seth F1. Told you to watch out for Seth F1. 3:56.610. ART Rapid. 3:57.138. It is Zinaprinz setting the fastest lap so far. We'll stick with these for the time being. Apologies. So, standing grid starts and false starts will be penalised. Qualifying 10 minutes. Qualifying 15 minutes. Then we have a 10-minute race based on the grid positions as determined by this qualifying session. Race 2, 20 minutes, reverse grid. If you win race 1, you start from the back of the race 2 grid and vice versa. 20 minutes. It's a long time to get those positions back. So if yours, let's say if you were like Zinaprinz last week, round 1, head to the back of the grid for race 2. You got time to work your way to the front. Now race 3 is going to be the results from race 2. It's a 15-minute race. And the car is the Peugeot RCZ Group 3. These are your points standings leader. That's Terminator. Bombing along. Zinaprinz at the top, 47 points. ART Mohammed, 45. Willie D, 321, 39 points. They are your top 3. We will check in with these a little during the race. Find your favourite driver in amongst them. And of course, round 2 Le Mans constructed 1923. They decided these cars, these automobiles, they seem like a nice idea. Let's see how far we can push them. What are the limits of the technology? So they devised a 24-hour race. Whoever did the most laps, whoever survived the longest, wins. It was as simple as that. And a tradition that exists to this very day. This year's race taking place, the 24 hours, in August. It's a 13.629 kilometre race circuit, so it's a very long circuit, 38 turns. The lap record held by Mike Conway, set in the 2019 24 Hours of Le Mans for Toyota Gazoo Racing in an LMP1, a 3:17.297. Out of interest, the fastest done in an LMP1 was done in an Audi class R8G22, set a 3:15.984, and that was in August 2018. And there we have it. We are up to date with everything we need to know about the Amigos Racing Team Tuesday Sprint Series 5 Round 2 live from Le Mans, Circuit de la Sarthe. And we are getting close to drivers coming across to finish their second qualifying laps. Everybody will have one more lap to go. We've got the times coming in. Zinneprins goes faster again, a 3:53.244, so really consistent in the 2 laps set so far by Zinneprins. We've got a couple more times, but ART Langster remains in second. Lango 66 sets a 3:56. Elite Digits a 3:59. Bobby 3:57. ART Seth F1 a 3:55. Mohammed a 3:57. Rabbit a 3:56, 3:40. So nobody, I don't think, has moved up massively in their times. The exception of Seth F1. Oh no, ART Rabbit went about a second quicker. I said Lango 666. So we have a Marshall just walking up the side of the track. You know how they do. Oscar X0 up into the top 10 provisional. It's Beaver Boy sets a 4-minute lap. 3:57.747. NLT Bobby 3:57.778. So you can see how close these drivers are. Lots of talent, lots of skilled drivers in this one. As Beaver Boys sets by far their fastest lap, so good job there. DJ Lawrence a 4:09.67. So between those two, it is about 100th of a second. So really close action, and we're going to be in for some brilliant races. I absolutely cannot wait. Let us know in the comments who you're particularly looking out for today. Who do you think will take the race victories in our 3 races today? How do you think it's going to help define the championship standings? Let us know all that in the comments. Of course, if you are not part of the the Amigos Racing Team, well, welcome aboard. Down in the description to this video, we've got all the information that's going to help you become part of the Amigos Racing Team. The Discord is the place to be. That is where you sign up for races, get tips, and see when lobbies are open for practicing with some of these properly quick human beings. My name is Darren Paul. You can follow me on Twitter at AuedsTouch, AuedsTouch. If you wish, it's mainly about British basketball, women's basketball, and the greatest football team in the world, Racing Club Derby Shenada. If that is your bag. Zinneprins very neatly through Indianapolis and Anage. Now the run up to the Porsche Curves. It's DJ Lawrence. Got Beaver Boy behind. This is the last lap. Oh, Elite Digit. Oh, they're all following each other off. through Arnage. Again, you will see, again, some of the most experienced racing drivers on the planet make mistakes at that corner. This is a tough racetrack. You were on the throttle a lot around the Circuit de las Arts. So we're not talking like it's the Nordschleife, but it's got its own challenges, its own intricacies. You are going down that Mulsanne straight, you're going incredibly fast. And the 300km plus in your Group 1 LMP cars. As... well, finish just flashed up there, but Langster is still on a flyer using loads of curb. That's interesting to see. Be interested. Big sausage curb on the inside there. How is this going to help Langster's time? We're going to see. Ooh, it was just a hair slower than their fastest lap. Who's still out there? Anybody driving in anger? We do. We've got Oscar X0. Their fastest lap, a 3:57.74. Oh, that's unfortunate. Trying to push it. If it's any consolation, they weren't on for a faster lap. But again, Ford Chicanes, easy place to make mistakes. That change of direction, change of speed. DJ Lawrence has already come across the line as Beaver Boy also comes across the line. A 4:01.041. Consistency is king. So it's looking like we're going to have a top three: Zinneprins, Langster, Willie D 321. They are going to be as ART Seth F1, Rabid, and Terminator. They are going to be the first 3 rows when we get into race 1, and that is of course our 10 minutes. There we go. 10-minute first race. Race 1 determines the grid positions for race 2. It's a reverse grid, 20 minutes race 2, and then race 3, 15 minutes based purely on the grid positions of race 2. All very, very simple. As the cars are trundling around, let's just take another look at the standings. So Zinneprins is the leader by 2 points from ART Mohammed. Willie D 321, 39 points. Brett Rackett, 35 points. ART Langster, 34. NRT Bobby, 33. So that is your top 6. Lango, 66. Rabid, DJ Lawrence, ART Seth F1 are the top 10. Tom Williams, 1990. Beaver Boy, ART Terminator L, Oscar X0, and Art Elite Digits round out the 15 drivers that make up the Tier 1. The Amigos Racing Team Tuesday Sprint Series, Series 5. As we're just waiting for that 30 seconds to elapse. I wonder if, are we still waiting because ART Rabbit left the pits, but it's on like a 7-minute lap. He will be incredibly popular in the chat as qualifying comes to an end. It's going to be Zinneprins, Langster, Willie D, and Seth F1, your front 2 rows of the grid for race 1 of the Amigos Racing Team Series 5, round 2. We're at Le Mans. I say it a lot, but greatest motorsport venue on the face of the earth. It's a 10-minute race. This is a sprint. Don't you worry about that. And we are away. And it's a good start from Zinaprinz. It's an even better start from Langster. And we're all very clean up towards the first chicane, the Dunlop chicane. Up the hill, Langster has the lead, followed by Zinaprinz. Willie D321 is in third. Can we all get through clean? Oh, it looks like we did. That was brilliant driving from everybody. That is not, again, you have some of the fastest drivers on the face of the earth making mistakes through there. We're going to go with the front of the field right now. Langster, Zinaprinz, Willie D321 as we go on to the Molson for the first time, going through Tech Rouge. And it's that long drag to the first chicane. Lots of jostling, but it looks like we are line astern as we're headed down Molson for the first time in this race. We have a penalty picked up by somebody already. That is Terminator. Now that's a 1 second penalty, so didn't quite catch what they did. Let's heavy brake it into the first chicane. Again, can everybody make it through okay? A couple of ghosts. So, now, if you're used to daily lobbies, as Zinaprinz has the lead from Langster, we'll check out exactly what happened in just a moment. Now, if you're used to daily lobbies, you have to get rid of the penalty at the penalty line. That doesn't exist in these racing. And what happens? Oof, just looked like out-dragged. And then carried a lot of speed into that first chicane. Great driving. And we're on board with Zinaprinz as Willie D321 muscling by. This is what Zinaprinz is seeing right now. And he's got a lot of Langster in his rear mirror as well. And look at this. The gap already. The front three pulling out quite the gap as they're three wide into the Molson corner. The first is a little kink, then it's the heavier braking. Turning on to the run-up to Indianapolis and Arge. It is Langster from Zinaprinz, Willie D321. They are your top three. What is happening elsewhere in the race? We've got three distinct races going on. And oh, Bobby! NFT Bobby. Did he get the move done? It looks like he did on ART Mohammed. And again, those two. Great back and forth between those two. They respect one another's ability. Done battle in the Mega Team versus Team Championship as ART Mohammed gets by that time. Zinaprinz leads from Langster. Willie D321 is in third. That is your top three. And that is the race for the race victory overall right now. Anything can happen. We've got 6 minutes 50 left in this race. Let's move down the order. Beaver Boy. ART Rabbit. Oh, he's got Terminator on the back of him. The old bumper cam. Again, not a place to go for an overtake unless you are incredibly, incredibly brave / driving a different class of vehicle. DJ Lawrence has got Oscar X0 all over the back of them. Oscar X0 thought about it. Lucky not to make contact there as Elite Digits is in 13th. Side by side into the Ford chicane. That's a great position for Oscar X0 to be in. He's got the lead and he's kept it. And he's going to have that overstart finish. And you would imagine all the way up the hill to the Dunlop chicane. Let's check in with the race at the top of the field. Zinaprinz, Langster, Willie D321. These three have got themselves a bit of an advantage over the group, including ART Seth F1. Langster all over the back of Zinaprinz. That's going to give Willie D321 some hope. But we know how fast Zinaprinz is. They lead this championship for a reason. Second in standings is ART Mohammed. Lango 666 able to run their own race a little bit right now. As behind Beaver Boy just has ART Rabbit dragging past them up the inside. Both have penalties. 5 minutes left. So about 2 laps left in this race. This first race. Oh, it's ART Terminator just comes from nowhere. Last of the late breakers. Oh, doesn't get braked enough. Oh, everybody got very lucky there. As ART Terminator, and we are going to have to watch that one back. So where are you? You are in 10th. In the draft, in the slipstream. Building up ahead of steam. Just drag past one. Pull out to the outside. And then late on the brake. Very late on the brakes. And that shows you have to hit your marks here at Le Mans. As well not to put it into the barrier. It was Lucas de Grassi. Again, famously put it into that barrier. All those years ago, he had to rip part of the bodywork off to get it back underway. Talking about underway, ART Langster leads this race from Zinnerprint. Willie D 3-2-1. ART Mohammed, wow. That second pack have really caught the leading trio. And how have they done that? Well, when you're battling, I know we say it every time, but when you're battling, you're not as fast as you can be. And if those 3 cars behind have been smart, and these are smart drivers, I imagine they have, they will have been maybe communicating, maybe not. But just, let's get to the back of them. Let's work together. Let's not defend. Let's not fight. Let's just be fast and smooth. And they've got 3 minutes and 11 seconds to try and make an impact on the standings in this race. Langster leads from Zinnerprins. Let's go to 7th. That is Lango. Still 3 seconds either side of him. So happy days right now. T Rabid, Oscar X0, DJ Lawrence, the Terminator. Beaver Boy picked up a little penalty, and Elite Digits. Apparently Linus Stern and Zinnerprins. What do they see? So we're going through, coming out of the Porsche Curves. Going through Virage de Point and now karting S's. Up to the Ford chicane, and a really good job passing Maison Blanc. Really good job by Langster, able to maintain the advantage. What's going on behind? Oh! Willie D 3-2-1. Was there contact? Was there contact? We're going to have a look from the perspective of ART Mohammed. I suspect there may have been. Let's go on board with ART Mohammed. Oh, no, not at all. I apologise. That was all about Willie D 3-2-1 making a bit of a mistake as Zinnerprins has been overtaken by ART Mohammed. That is a risky place to make the overtake. Zinnerprins came right back at him as Willie D 3-2-1 loses out. They're down in 5th now. Oh, Seth F1 loses it. After all that good work, they're back down the order. No, they're still in 4th. That is impressive. Again, I wonder if there was contact there. We're going to have a look at all of that in just a couple moments. We're going to go on board with Zinnerprins. They've got ART Mohammed ahead of them. There is a penalty. And they're 3 wide behind. But I think this might be the race on track right now. This is for 2nd position heading into the first chicane. A minute left, so this will be the final lap of the race. Race number 1. Oh, they both go wide. And it will be Zinnerprins taking the position. Apologies there. But that has opened things up for Bobby. But it's also opened things up for Langster. He just needs to get ahead, keep it clean. And this pack behind, this gaggle of ferocious race drivers, they will take care of themselves. Now, what did we want to see? We wanted to see ART Seth F1. Yeah, just a little bit ran wide. Really good, respectful driving from the drivers behind. Seth F1 is in 5th. ART Mohammed is in 4th. NRT Bobby up into 2nd position. We've got 12 seconds left of the race. That means that we're on to the final lap as we're headed down to Molson Corner. Looks like DJ Lawrence at the back has got a bit of defending to do. As NLT Bobby has been overtaken by Zinaprinz. Again, that is just how quick Zinaprinz is. We're going to see that again. Yeah, just gets side by side. Drags by. See you later. Don't even worry about it. And now Zinaprinz has got the remainder, about a third of a lap, to try and rein in ART Langster. That's a 1.2 second advantage, but around a tricky technical circuit like this, it's quick. And there's a 0.8 second penalty. Something that Zinaprinz does not have. And that gap is 1.2 seconds. So Zinaprinz can see ahead that there's a penalty. He knows now needs to be within 0.8 seconds, and he has the race victory. Tremendous stuff. Let's go check out the rest of the order. It was Lawrence, DJ Lawrence had to defend from Terminator. Looks like it didn't happen that time. Back to the head of the field, Zinaprinz still in second. Bobby T, sorry, NLT Bobby rather. Seth F1 is doing a great job keeping Mohammed behind them, but we've got to go to the pointy end of the field right now. It's a 1.4 second advantage for Langster, the winner of the second series. Didn't have the best first round in this one, but it is looking like they're going to come across the line to win the first race of the series. And yes! No! Zinaprinz! Oh my goodness, he scrubbed off the penalty. And Zinaprinz stole it at the line. Are we able to? And yes, you see there, Zinaprinz gets it at the line. Wow. So it looks like Zinaprinz is the race winner. And ART Langster didn't even get the penalty served. And of course it gets rounded up. Well, brilliant driving from Zinaprinz. Knew exactly what they needed to do. And the crucial thing is, they didn't make a mistake. No mistakes on their way around that time. And there we go. Zinaprinz steals one at the line. And that is what you need to do to get yourself a championship. My goodness, what a race. Again, if you're watching this, if you're enjoying it, smash the like button, subscribe to the Amigos Racing Team if you aren't already, share it on your social media. Does your dog have a Facebook account? If so, share it on their social media. Let the world know that you're watching Amigos Racing Team Tuesday Night Sprints Series 5 Round 2 from Le Mans Circuit de la Sarthe. As the order for the second race grid is being put into place. It is of course a reverse grid based on the results of race number 1. Zinaprinz, my goodness. Just pulled that one out of the bag. Quite unbelievable. Let us know what you made of it in the comments. And again, a lot of these drivers finding the time. That's how good they are. To pop a little comment in there. We've got Constantine Diatele. Go, 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 Zinaprinz! ART Langster lamenting the penalty, and quite. That is tough. NLT Bobby practicing their grid starts. The exit of pit lane, not always the best place to be doing that kind of thing there, Bobby. Race stewards maybe having a look at that. So, race number 2, 20 minutes reverse grid start based on the standings of the previous race. And we will will see who is on pole for it. It will be Beaver Boy, Elite Digits, ART Rabid, DJ Lawrence 89, ART Terminator L, Oscar X0. That is your top 60. Look out the front 3 here at the Circuit de la Sarthe. Let's go on board with Beaver Boy for the start. The lights are on. 5 red lights. And we are racing at the Circuit de la Sarthe for the second time tonight. 20 minutes endurance classic. Well, it's a sprint. Can we all get through safely up to the Dunlop chicane? All up the hill. Nice. Very clean driving. Everybody there. Again, a lot of respect in this lobby. A lot of respect between these drivers as Beaver Boy driving away right now. Let's see how they do in another 19 minutes and 20 seconds time. Beaver Boy, oh, gets it a little bit wide going round Tete Rouge. Still has it going up Molson straight away for the first time. ART Elite Digits, ART Rabid, second and third. In fourth is Oscar X0. Let's see what they see from behind. My goodness, DJ Lawrence all over the back of them, and there's quite the train there. And ahead of them, the battle as ART Rabid is looking racy. Are they going to try anything this time? No. Are we all going to get through okay? Somebody's picked up a penalty in the mid-pack. As Langster, where is Zinnerprince? Zinnerprince already gained a couple positions. Going to be interesting to see. Beaver Boy, race leader, half a second penalty. They just need to scrub that off before the end. Elite Digits, ART Rabid, Oscar X0. That is your top 4 for right now. Your leaders on the racetrack. Oh my goodness, as there is a huge 4-wide gaggle behind them. That's got to be quite a frightening sight for Oscar X0. But let's be honest, Oscar X0 is only looking one direction, and that is forward, because they have got a lot of ART Rabid ahead of them. They want to get that pass done as soon as possible, as Elite Digits is going for the move up the inside of Beaver Boy. Can they get it stopped in time? No, they cannot. They fall in line. Beaver Boy loses it under braking, and ART Rabid sneaks up the outside. They have the race lead. Good driving from ART Rabid. They lead this race. Daisy the cow will be proud. Now, that front 5 is looking very interesting. As Elite Digits just goes the long way round. We're 4 wide. There's contact as we're heading into Indianapolis for the first time. Elite Digits gets it very wide. Picked up a 1-second penalty. They've got a lot of time to scrub that off. Through Arnage, getting very wide. As Beaver Boy just comes back at them. Dragging past. And this is the real joy of this racetrack. Especially with the reverse grid. Yes, there's a lot of time. There's a lot of opportunity for the guys who were fast in the previous race to get to the pointy end. But also, oh, as Elite Digits hits the wall and was collected a little bit. Still stays ahead of ART Rabid, and that is great news for Beaver Boy, who's driven away from pole again. Great driving. ART Rabid very wide that time, as NLT Bobby getting in on the mix. As he's got Lango 666, ALT Terminator behind. That is not an enviable position as Oscar X0 loose under braking into the first part of the Ford Chicanes. Coming out of the second part of the Ford Chicanes. Doing really good stuff there. NLT Bobby to keep it online on course. 4:03 is your fastest lap of the race so far, set by Beaver Boy. Will anybody top that? No, they won't this time by. So it's Beaver Boy, Elite Digits, ART Mohammed, Rabid, Bobby, Oscar X0, top 6, but you could put a piece of paper, a very small piece of paper, between pretty much all 13 drivers today. DJ Lawrence at the back of the field, but don't you worry, he's very, very fast, and he is on the case of catching up to Willie D 321. Willie D 321. Oh, somebody's gone wide. I think that was ART Rabbit. Oh no! What happened? We have to investigate. We have to see what happened here. ART Rabbit up in fourth, battling with NLT Bobby. And just gets it wide, hangs out on the grass, and then loses it into the barrier. And oh, that is unfortunate. A really, really good bit of driving as ART Mohammed's into the lead. And another one. And we are going to have another look at what happened here. ART Mohammed just doing great work, cutting through the pack. Side by side with Elite Digits. Into the first of the chicanes on the Molson straight away. And through. No drama. No problems. ART Mohammed leads the race. Beaver Boy, ART Elite Digits and NLT Bobby. They are the pack at the front of the race right now. ART Elite Digits, lots of penalties on Elite Digits. That is 2.3 seconds worth of penalties. Zinaprinz, Langster, Seth F1, the Terminator himself, ART Terminator L, Oscar X0, Lango 666. Just always seem to be serene in their driving as they cut a little bit going into Molson Corner. But they've got the Terminator behind them. We're D321, DJ Lawrence and ART Rabbit. Insult to injury, they've picked up a penalty as well. Now, I am looking for Langster. Let's go on board with Langster. Side by side with Elite Digits. And they look like they're going to get that move done. They've got the more favourable line into Indianapolis. And they're able to carry a lot of speed. They've got a 0.9 second penalty. And that's roughly the same place they picked up that penalty in the final lap of race number 1. As NLT Bobby and Zinaprinz is up into third. They're battling hard. Zinaprinz able to get the win in race 1 after Langster got that penalty. As Beaver Boy, ART Mohammed, lad, you got Zinaprinz behind you, so you're going to have to defend each other, or rather defend for each other. Forget ART Mohammed trying to get that overtake right now, because this is playing into Zinaprinz's hands. As Beaver Boy gets a little bit of a nudge, I think that's just a racing industry, maybe a bit of net code. As ART Mohammed into the lead. Beaver Boy, NLT Bobby likes what they see. As does Langster. This is brilliant racing. And we've got 12 more minutes. Plus one more race. If you're enjoying it, let us know in the comments. Who are you cheering on? Who do you want to get this win? ART Mohammed leads from Zinaprinz. Zinaprinz has a penalty for, and I'm probably wrong in this, but what feels like for the first time all season, NLT Bobby in third, Beaver Boy in fourth, ART Langster, Seth F1 in sixth. So that battle at the top, that was 4 cars, is now grown to roughly 6 cars. Lango 666 once again up into 7th. Really good, consistent driving from them. Their fastest lap time so far at 3:58, 2:30. Zinaprinz, their fastest lap so far at 3:56, 4:39. That leads all 3:56, 9:50 from ART Mohammed, who has now got a 1.5 second advantage over Zinaprinz. NLT Bobby's got themselves a little bit of a penalty there. Their fastest lap so far a 3:58, 8:92. And as we often see at Le Mans, as Beaver Boy picks up 4th position, at what cost? They've got a 2 second penalty. They've got Langster all over the back of them. Seth F1, Lango 666, a Up into 7th, like I say. Where can Lango finish this race? Let's go back to the front of the field. ART Mohammed, and Zinaprin's penalty has increased now to just shy of 1 second, 0.9 seconds. The gap to ART Mohammed is 1.1 seconds. Again, they've got 10 minutes to scrub this off, so that's lots of time. But it is potentially very interesting. ART Rabid, Terminator. It's got elite digits in their sight. Heading into Molson Corner. That is one of the key points of this racetrack. And Zinaprinz just scrubs off all that penalty straight away. Get it out of the way so you can get back into battling. And another penalty's picked up, a half second. Wow. Seth F1 is in 4th. Beaver Boy is in 5th. A 2.5 second penalty now. So really going to need to think about where you can lift and coast. Get on the brakes a little bit earlier. Lango 666. Now Willie D321 a long way back. As is Oscar Zero. And Oscar Hex Zero just going round the outside of Willie D321. Gets the move done. DJ Lawrence 89 as well. Likes what he saw. They join as well, the party. And that's some really good stuff. There's 8th position, Oscar X Zero. DJ Lawrence 89. Willie D321. 8, 9 and 10 in this race. As we see Elite Digits and Terminator still battling together. Just in the background there. As we're into the proper twisty bits. Heading through Porsche Curves. With the karting S's. That's Maison Blanc. And we're heading to the Ford Chicane. ART Mohammed, a 2-second lead over NRT Bobby, who leads ahead of Zinaprinz. Seth F1 is in 4th. Langster's in 5th. Beaver Boy's 6th as Lango has Beaver Boy, who's got a 3-second penalty in their sight. Lango 666. That's enough room as you're going to need to give him. Or you're going to get the move stuck against Beaver Boy. Lango 66. Beaver Boy neck and neck, side by side. Lango's got the slightly more favourable inside line. They've got the move done. Can they keep it? They can. That's good driving from Lango. Knows the situation with what Beaver Boy, well, where Beaver Boy is in terms of penalties. 7 minutes 34 seconds left in this race. Just really, really sensible stuff. Let's check in with Zinaprinz and NRT Bobby. We'll check down the rest of the field in due course. But again, we got championship standings to be considered in this one, as NRT Bobby is just going to get swallowed up by Zinaprinz on the approach to the first of the chicanes on the Molson. But I tell you what, NLT Bobby doesn't mind. Oh, Zinaprinz! Is there contact? Zinaprinz crashes heavily. Let's check in with NLT Bobby. Is there a penalty there? Zinaprinz falls through the order. The standings leader. And there must have been a bit of a touch as NLT Bobby is doing the honourable thing. We're going to go on board with NLT Bobby. So Zinaprinz got the position. And it can be a bit of the last of leg breakers. There's a little bit of a touch there. That's not what did it. That is what did it. So a very small penalty given out by the algorithm. But NLT Bobby waited for Zinaprinz. And that was really, really decent of them. And in fact, their penalty looks like it may have increased. Or maybe it's just the way they're driving the rest of the way. That is great news for ART Mohammed. They've got a 4.5 second advantage over ART Seth F1. Again, great for Seth F1. Up into 2nd. Langster into 3rd. And again, that's the beauty of Le Mans. That's the beauty of motorsport. To finish first, you must finish. And if you're driving consistently, look at that, Lango up into 4th in a heck of a battle with Willie D321 and Oscar X0. But if you're consistent, if you don't make mistakes, you can really benefit. As we're 3 wide, we're heading into Indianapolis. Oh, Lango gets it very squirrely, very sideways. Oscar X0 doesn't mind that. They're going to be away. Lango keeps the position ahead of Willie D321. Nothing silly now, please. Through Arnage. Nice and clean. Lango did that on their own. They got on the gas a little bit early whilst you're still on that outside curb. So the traction isn't always quite as you want it. Let's go on board with Willie D321. Scrubbing off speed through Porsche. Don't even need to worry about what's behind. Well, it's Zinaprinz, so always worry if Zinaprinz is behind you, because they're coming. As NLT Bobby, in fact, has the fastest lap, a very fast 3:54.089. That is ludicrous in race conditions. LT Mohammed leads from Seth, from Langster, X0, Lango, and Willie D321, who we are on board with. We'll check in with other drivers momentarily. I was interested to see if Willie D321 was going to get anything done during the Ford chicane. And it doesn't look like anything's on up the Dunlop chicane either. Let's check in with our race leader. A 0.4 second penalty has been picked up by LT Mohammed. We've got 3 minutes 26 left, so I'm thinking 2 more laps. As LT Seth has Langster all over the back of them. Both with a penalty, so both need to scrub them off. Langster does not want to be losing more positions, so penalties not being paid. If you're joining us, Langster lost out on the lead, on the victory of race 1, because he wasn't able to scrub off a penalty in time. Zinaprinz just pipped him on the line. Appreciate your comments, appreciate you guys watching this evening, and liking, sharing, subscribing, pressing the bell icon, doing all that good stuff. Make sure that you're part of the Discord community of the Amigos Racing Team. This is a fantastic racing community to be a part of. With racing every night of the week. It's NLT Bobby. We've got DJ Lawrence, who stepped up from Tier 2 into Tier 1. We've got Beaver Boy down in 10th. AFC Terminator, Elite Digits, and Rabid. They are the rest of the field. There's Bobby T. There is NLT Bobby. As Oscar X0 dropped down to 7th. And what did I tell you? What did I tell you? Zinaprinz back amongst it. Now they got 1 minute and 50. I don't think they're going to get that 14-second gap back. As there's a little bit of contact with Oscar X0. Racing incident, nothing more. Oh! Zinaprinz got the penalty, I think, for going wide. On exit at Molson Corner. Langster, Seth F1 into Indianapolis. Headed up now towards Arnage. Nothing behind him. 7 seconds to Lango, who's in 4th. Great job from Lango. Can they hold on to that 4th position? Get rid of that penalty. As this may well be the final lap. It's a minute left. And we are into the properly twisty bit of this racetrack. So now I think we will just sneak in a second lap. ART Mohammed, our race leader. We got ART Seth F1. We got Langster 2 and 3. Lango in 4th. Willie D 321 fifth. Oscar X Zero all over the back of them. Zinaprinz is behind. Zinaprinz is going to show us this battle right now. And I think everybody is going to be hoping that they can get another lap in. I think we are going to. Yes, we will. So one final lap. About 4 minutes left of this race. 4 minutes left to keep it clean. Keep it sensible. Scrub off those penalties. That's going to be tough for Lancaster. There's going to be a lot of lifting, a lot of coasting. A lot of braking a bit earlier. Willie D 321 going for the overtake. Gets it done on Lango 666. So Willie D up into 4th now. Down in 7th. That is NRT Bobby. DJ Lawrence has come across the line. Their race is done. They're going to finish in 9th position. Great effort from DJ Lawrence. Race also done for Terminator, Beaver Boy, Elite Digits, and ART Rabid. So really good driving from all of them. In particular, Beaver Boy was doing a great job. Led a lot of the early running of this race. Some fantastic battles. Had a little bit of misfortune, but they can be very proud of their efforts in this one. And ART Lancaster, not going to thank me for this, but you got a 2.2 second penalty. Now the gap to Lango, who's back up into 4th position. Got Willie D all over the back of them. No contact. Nice and clean driving between those two. Once again, lots of respect between drivers in this series. NLT Bobby's done a great job getting back into 7th after that incident with Zinaprinz. Lango 666. They are side by side. Willie D 321 and Lango 666. So Willie D is going to have the inside going into the chicane. That is where you want to be. Nope. But Willie D 321 just picked up a 1 second penalty. Let's have a look. What happened? Ah, there we go. Got it very sideways. Went across the white line. And that is wonderful news for Lango. All Lango has to do now is just keep it clean, keep it sensible, and keep ahead. And you will have 4th position. Let's go and check in with Seth and Lancaster. So ART Mohammed is heading up towards Indianapolis. Backspace. I will not hear any negative spoken about one of the finest motor racing venues in the world. Do let us know in the comment section though why you hold such a heathenous opinion of this racetrack. As ART Mohammed has navigated that. They got cars in the distance, but with a 0.9 second penalty, but a 4.5 second lead, they are looking like race winners. ART Seth F1 should be looking good for 2nd position. Needs to scrub off that penalty, and Lancaster knows all about that. Lancaster scrubbed off a bit of their penalty as well. Lango in 4th. Willie 321 5th. Oscar X0 6th. Zinaprinz going around the outside. Looking for 6th position. Oscar X0 gets very wide. Gives him room though. And Zinaprinz is kept behind. NRT Bobby is not a factor in this one. No offense, no disrespect. It's just a fact right now. Oscar X0, Zinaprinz. I think this could all be very academic unless Oscar X0 is going to be able to do something quite incredible. It looks like Zinaprinz is about to leap a good couple of positions as ART Mohammed comes across the line. Race winner Seth F1 in 2nd, Lancaster in 3rd. Lango 666 is looking good for 4th position. Willie D 321 and Zinaprinz gets it done. NRT Bobby as well is going to come across the line in 8th position. And after 20 minutes of intense racing, your winner for race number 2 is ART Mohammed. Congratulations, 7 positions gained during that race. Some absolutely masterful driving and well worth their victory. Backspace in the comments. And again, you can get involved in the comments, get involved in the stream, get involved in the Discord. Says, hate this track on GT Sport. Penalty Central. Ruins the racing. Well driven, Mo. We have seen a lot of penalties. And it looks mostly for track limits. So pretty strict track limits enforced here. So, the final race of round number 2 of the Amigos Racing Team. As ART Lancaster, I think the penalty is actually correct for the circuit. Keep 2 wheels in the painted white lines. Well, I mean, that's the balance. That's the balance. Again, it's this thing that we see in the full metal races here at the Le Mans 24. Penalties are always a factor in these races. 15 minutes. ART Mohammed, Seth F1, Langster, Lango 666, Willie D321 and Zinaprinz are your top 6. They are the front 3. And we're going to go on board with Zinaprinz for the race start. 5 red lights are on. Revs are building. And we are racing for the final time today. The Amigos Racing Team Tuesday Sprint Series 5. Round 2 from Le Mans. And that is a wonderful start from Oscar X0. Getting through, just cutting through this middle. They're up into 4th. A little bit of contact there between them and Willie D321. Oh, Beaver Boy, that is a tough move. That was rubbing and racing. At the front of the field, we've got ART Mohammed. They are leading from ART Langster. Seth F1, Oscar X0, Willie D321. Have the half-second penalty. NLT Bobby got ahead of Zinaprinz. Lango 666 is in 8th. Let's go to Seth F1 on board for the first time. Heading down Molson. In race number 3, the final race of round number 2, Series 5, the Amigos Racing Team Tuesday Sprints. Oscar X0 is in 4th position. Langster takes the lead, going into the chicane. Mohammed gets it right back. Oh, Seth goes very, very wide. Do they keep their position? I don't think they do. They're in 4th. Willie D321 looks like they got a good run. Seth F1 doing very well. Not to completely lose it just then. In 5th position. Looking for the move on Oscar X0. We are 4 wide. Trying to go 5 wide into the second chicane. And my goodness. Oh, Zinaprinz cuts the course. That is going to be a significant penalty coming their way, I would imagine. Let's see what has been given. Nothing as yet, but that looked like a big cut from Zinaprinz. Let's have a look. Ah, got there too late. Okay, on board with Zinaprinz. Oof. Got a lot out. But you know what? Because they scrubbed off so much speed, again, across the gravel. And maybe they had help, maybe they had contact. Couldn't quite tell on that replay. And it doesn't look like they have been given a penalty. It's one of those incidents that happens in racing. Let's head to Lango 666. Down in 10th. They've got Beaver Boy ahead of them. ART Terminator in 8th as we going through Indianapolis. It looks like the Indy 500 out there right now. It's Beaver Boy getting a bit wide. It is all very spirited in the midfield. Let's head back to Seth F1 in 3rd. They've got the move done on Zinaprinz. We're going to go and check that out right now. So Arnage. What happens? Zinaprinz. Oh, collects the wall just a bit. Seth F1 does well to avoid. Gets the move done. gets the lead, lost the lead already, heading into the Porsche Curves, and then sent into the wall. Bit of contact. Interesting to see if any of those red numbers pop up above those cars. Great news for Langster and ALT Mohammed, as they are able to just do their own battling up the circuit. They've got a 2.3 second advantage over Zinaprinz and Seth F1 in third and fourth as they are battling away. Let's check in with NRT Bobby. Let's go on board. Willie D 321 behind. Oscar X Zeros battling hard with them there. NRT Bobby looking like they've got the move done on Seth F1. They've got the inside, which is the slightly more favourable line. Can Seth F1 get a cutback? ALT Mohammed has the fastest lap of the race, the 3:56.656. 10 minutes, 36 seconds left in this race. Your top three: Mohammed, Langster, Zinaprinz, 2.1 second down the road. Bobby, Seth F1, Willie D 321, Beaver Boy, Terminator, Oscar X Zero, ALT Rabbit. They are battling as we head past the Tete Rouge for the second time in this race. Lango 666 down 11th. ALT Elite Digits and DJ Lawrence. They are the drivers with 10 minutes to go in the final race of today's round. Alex No Hassle says, hi all, dog account to share the YouTube. My dog doesn't like Rabbit. That is contentious. Rabbit, bit of a fan favourite in these parts. Apologies if you're experiencing some problems right now with the stream. I do apologise if you are experiencing a bit of buffering right now. So, in the head of field, ALT Mohammed, Langster, Zinaprinz, NLT Bobby with a penalty, Seth F1, Willie D 321, Beaver Boy, oh Lango, we've got a bit of dust get kicked up there. What happened here? Gone board with Lango 666. Onto the dirty part of the racetrack. As they come around. Oof. Beaver Boy, a bit aggressive on that move, and I do wonder if they picked themselves up a penalty. They did not, unless they've scrubbed it off already. Bit of a bump to Lango there as well. So this is robust driving. Again, apologies if you've experienced a little bit of buffering there. The joys of doing things over the internet. Zinaprinz, third position, 3 seconds back on Langster and Mohammed. This is the battle on track right now. 7 minutes 50 seconds headed for 7 minutes 50 seconds of incredible, breathtaking action. Let's go on board with Langster to see out the rest of this second lap. Langster picking up a penalty there. Half a second. They've got lots of time to scrub that off. NRT Bobby with a 1.2 second penalty. Seth F1 a penalty. Willie D 321 a penalty. No penalty for Beaver Boy. Lango 666 in 8th. Oscar X 0 9th. All over the back of Lango. But guess what? ALT Rabbit is right there as well. This is one of the most interesting battles on the racetrack. couple of very, very fast drivers in this battle right now. Going to check back in with our race leaders in just a couple of moments. As Beaver Boy gets a little bit wide. Half-second penalty. Oh, slows up a lot. That keeps this four very, very close to one another. So ART Rab is able to capitalise on maybe a little mistake there from Oscar X0. Those penalties for Lango and Beaver Boy. So we're going to check in with Langster and Mohammed. That's a 2.3 second gap to Zinneprint. They're battling. And whilst Bobby and Zinneprint are racing, if Zinneprint is ahead, Zinneprint is gone. ART Mohammed, I have just seen fastest lap of the race so far. A 3:52.836. Devastatingly fast. Absolutely incredible speed. And tell you what, Langster can't be far behind either. 3:52.894. It is that close. Zinneprins, a 3:53.122. Their fastest lap. NRT Bobby, 3:52.914. Their fastest lap. In fifth, Seth F1 at 3:53.722. And Willie D 321 a 3:54.122. So we are talking about some ludicrously quick individuals here. Langster and Mohammed, they've got to be smart now. Don't squabble, because Zinneprins will come and ruin your day if you do. He's like Santa Claus if you've been bad. He's going to bring coal, but in his case he'll just steal a race victory. Can, will, does. Fantastic talent. Christmas tree of penalties. That's right. Getting on board with DJ Lawrence, 89. Again, representing from Tier 2. Promoted for this series along with Terminator. Always at the pointy end of things in T2. Do you want to be involved in T2 or even T1 or the rookies or the bounced on a Tuesday? In the description there is a link, an invite to the Discord. Get involved. You will love it. Believe me. We've got one more lap to go. As ART Mohammed works their way through, or works his way through, the four Chicanes for the penultimate time. With 3:18 left on the clock, this will be the final lap of the race. Langster is behind. Zinneprins, 1.6 seconds down the road now. No penalties. I'm not going to say any more on that topic right now. NRT Bobby in fourth, needs to get rid of that penalty. So does Seth F1. Willie D 321. ART Rabbit. Lango 666. Oscar X0 is battling with Lango. I think this is possibly the most active battle on the racetrack right now. As they head over the Dunlop, or under the Dunlop Bridge for the final time. Round Tete Rouge to the Molson Straight for the final time this season. Beaver Boy has DJ Lawrence all over the back of them. We'll go on board with DJ Lawrence, so they're going to get the move done. A little bit of contact there. Again, a little bit of bump drafting. That's going to be of a benefit to Beaver Boy. If they are making contact, it looks like they are. Will it be last of the late breakers, or is DJ Lawrence just going to sit behind Beaver Boy for right now? It looks like the latter. DJ Lawrence doesn't have a penalty. Has a 2 second or so advantage over Elite Digits. who themselves have a 2.9 second penalty. And as I say that, DJ Lawrence picks up a penalty. Oh my goodness, Zinaprinz 1.3 seconds behind Langster and ART Mohammed, who both have 0.4 second penalties. So that is going to be big as we head through the finishing stages of this race. NLT Bobby is going to do very well to keep hold of 4th position, but then again, Seth F1 also has a huge penalty, so that could all come out in the wash post-race. Let's check in with our battle for 8th. Oh my goodness! This is the battle for 7th, in fact. ART Rabbit, Oscar X0, Lango 666, 3 wide. Down the Molson Corner. A little bit of gravel, little bit off track there. That's good news for Rabbit, who's able to keep that. Apologies. Keep that really clean. Got a gap to Oscar X0, 0.4 seconds. Oscar X0's got a lot of Lango in their rear view. As we're 3 wide into the run up to Arnage. Lango 666 does really well, picks up a penalty over the white lines. Who's that in 10th? It's Beaver Boy. And are they able to get in on the act? This will definitely be the final lap as the timer is about to come to an end. Where is Zinaprinz? 1 second back. Oh boys, you've got to get rid of that penalty. Otherwise, Zinaprinz will take that from you. That victory that you have worked for all last race, all this race too. ART Mohammed, 0.4 second penalty. That should be good enough for a race victory. Langster, Zinaprinz, ART Seth F1 has NLT Bobby over the back of them. The heavy braking. As Mohammed is not able to get that penalty dealt with. Let's go to the battle for 4th. We're going to go on board with Seth F1 as NLT Bobby takes 4th position. I think that might be a little bit provisional. But ART Mohammed, as it stands, is your race winner. Zinaprinz in 2nd. Langster 3rd. NLT Bobby 4th. ART Seth F1 5th. Willie D 321 6th. ART Rabbit 7th. Brilliant finish for ART Rabbit, and just look at all that red. So huge congratulations to your race winner, ART Mohammed. Fastest lap, pole position, did it from flag to flag. Well worthy of that victory. Absolutely brilliant driving from ART Mohammed. A reminder, they came into today 2nd in the standings. They will leave today top of the standings after that race victory. Next up, Interlagos, Brazil for round 3. After that, we will head to Suzuka, Alsace, Mount Panorama and Monza to see out the rest of the series. There we go. Those were the standings coming into today. And what do you know? Zinaprinz and ART Mohammed, ART Langster as well, all at the pointy end today. A huge thank you for joining us. The Amigos Racing Team. What another fantastic set of races in the Amigos Racing Team Tuesday Sprint Series 5 Round 2. Huge congratulations to all of the drivers. A huge thank you to you for getting involved in the comments and supporting these fantastic drivers. If you want to be a part of it, all the information is down in the description below. All that leaves me to say is have yourselves a great week. I'll chat to you next Tuesday when we go to Brazil for round 3 of the Amigos Racing Team Tuesday Sprints Series 5. Take care.